instead of intentions distractions, I think since we're getting so close to our deadlines, I'd love to do just like a temperature check with everybody. So we'll go around and just like everybody kind of like give their concept of like if they think that we're going to meet the deadline or the things that are required or that they might need support on in order for us to have everything ready on Monday. So I'll go first because I'm already talking. I think that we're doing really well. I think that we're like really almost ready for, I mean, tomorrow we're going to do this like new test deployment of everything. And like, there were just like some issues in the GiveDrop, but everything else in the GiveEconomy app is working really well. I think that, and then from the comm side as well, we still need to do like a bunch of outreach and get like people starting to like build hype for the launch. So that's something that we're missing. I definitely need to put some energy on it. But other than that, yeah, I feel good. I think that what I need to do is just like keep pushing and coordinating and talking to all you guys. So I'll pass it to Fabio.
Yeah, cool. So morning guys. Good to meet you all. I think we are good as well. We are so close. Yeah, GiveDrop for me is the main blocker or the main section that has more issues. So we definitely should focus on making it prettier. But yeah, GiveEconomy is working very, very good. Just a disclaimer, you all can't stake NFTs right now because we don't have incentive programs running, so we can test the NFT staking, but it's a known issue, so please don't create new ones because we already know. So yeah, I think GiveDrop is the main blocker, and after the launch, we'll have to work on mobile responsiveness and some stuff like that. But then, yeah, that's after the launch. I will pass it on to Mohammed.
Hey guys, buenos dias. I'm good today, and my intention is to sync up with the others. I didn't do something on GiveEconomy in few days, but I'm here to see if you need me. I can do something in the subgraph. I pass it to Cherik.
Yeah, thank you. Hi friends, good morning, good evening. I'm feeling good and I'm here to sync with other guys and know the next steps. All the PRs are merged except one PR because it has a conflict with the develop and some technical issues. I sent PM to Pedro, and I hope I can connect with him and resolve the conflict. Yeah, we are so close for release. As others mentioned, the only blocker is GiveDrop. Yeah, that's my answer. I pass it to Mitch.
I just been doing lots of small text fixes on the front end and testing the RGive DAO and the agent and doing all the stuff around givebacks. GiveDrop. So that's pretty much my updates. Looks like the givebacks went out, but there's a problem with them showing up. So I don't know, maybe we figure that out. Anyway, I'll pass it to Vitor.
Yeah, hey guys. Yeah, I did a few things, little thing, changing the round date to considering the time zone of people, and just concerning that I think the dates there are wrong, and like it's getting from the subgraph. So I was talking to Lauren about that. Not sure if it was solved, but I think that's one thing that I gotta check. But yeah, doing that, open to do other things as well, other issues.
Thanks.
And
do you want to
pass
it? You can Griff or Ashley?
I'll snag it.
Yeah.
I'll take it. I'll take it. Yeah, I think we're doing well. Really excited. I mean, Amin has a lot on his plate. That's my only worry. He's got to deploy the new token. He's got to do all the smart contract checks with Jesus, and the deployment tomorrow is going to be very time intensive. So I think that's going to be slows down a little bit. But I'm excited to get a new version up and try to get it as real as possible, and then do final testings. I think we're gonna be able to hit our deadline, and maybe we have a little bit of a party in the morning on the 21st. Celebrate. I mean, there'll still be work. The thing is, we launch, right? We hit our deadline. We actually launched, but then there's a lot of fast follow issues. It's not like we're done with this app, right? So we cut scope as the best we can, and then we have to add the history tables. We have to add dollar values. We have to do all those things. So there'll still be a lot of testing, a lot of things. We just hit our milestone. We celebrate. We launch, and then we keep working. So just I hope we have that in mind. The launch is usually the first milestone of many. So temperature check. Oh baby, we're gonna make it. But let's not lose sight of there's a lot of work ahead. I'll pass it to Ashley.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. I feel similar. I feel like seeing how much we've accomplished over the past week and a half or so, and we still have another week until our deadline, I think it's very feasible that we will meet that deadline. Personally, I guess I just see these small things that I need to focus on with project verification and making sure that we have different pieces of information here and there, and figure out the purple list and how that works. I think we're pretty much close. So there's just little things left, little details, and we've been plugging away. So I really do think we can make our deadline. And I'll pass it back to Lauren.
Okay, awesome. Cool. Well, I think maybe what we can do. Oh, did Amin just come in? Amin, you're just in time to do a check-in. I was just thinking, I wish Amin was here. We're just doing a quick temperature check, and so I'd love to know what you think about being on track for the deadline or not. We're gonna have everything in line to be ready to go Monday, and just how you're feeling, and if you need support, and on which. Oh, maybe you can't hear me. Can you hear me, Amin? Because you're on mute if you can.
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry. I think we can. We have everything working. At least we need more tests after tomorrow deployment. But yeah, we are not. We can do it. Everything, I think, on time. Unless we find any major issues, I don't see anything that is not implemented yet and is needed seriously.
Okay. Awesome. Cool. Okay. Well, thanks everybody. So I think what we can do, what I want to do in this call is go through the board and also just go through the roadmap and see if there's anything that we're missing or things that we need to rally together to focus our energy on a little bit more. So we can start just by going through the board, which I think is pretty much up to date. All these issues in done, I'm pretty sure are actually just done. And then these one in review, I think were just submitted. So just need to be tested. So I'm not going to go through all of those. But we can check on what's in progress and things in the sprint backlog and just make sure everybody's aligned on what to do. I think you're well empowered for this, right? For doing the token, deploying the token on COVID. And yeah. And are you going to be able to deploy the token on mainnet today as well after minting everything on COVID? Sorry.
Yeah, I have deployed that yesterday.
On mainnet?
Cool. On Cohen. What do you mean? Cohen or mainnet?
On Covent first, and then it would be good to test like minting the 1 billion tokens, and then like sending some to our liquidity mining safe. And like I think I sent you a message. And then after that, it would be good to actually deploy the token on mainnet, because then we need to create like the Uniswap pool and maybe also like a balancer pool. I can't remember the pools that we need to create, but then we need to send that information to like CoinGecko and CNC, so we actually get listed on their site. So it's like Giveth already up there when we launch. So this can help us with that, with like making sure we get the information to them, but we need to deploy the token on mainnet.
Yeah, I'm up for it. I think Griff should be in a call. I prefer to do it in a call. Maybe you and Griff at least be on that.
Yeah.
To deploy.
Awesome. Maybe we can do that today at some point.
Yes. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so we can sync up on that after this call. So
I could do it like half an hour after this call, basically.
That's cool.
Cool. I'm just gonna put Costa Rica time. Cool. Nice. Okay, cool. So for the give drop, Griff, you're on track with this, right? You're having a hack session today?
Yes, I have a few hack sessions today. My goal is I'll get a list to Amin tomorrow, no matter what.
Cool.
Sorry, tonight at the end of the day. I have a few hack sessions with a bunch of people trying to, DM people and ask them for their addresses, basically. If anyone wants to come and support, like, DMing a bunch of people on Twitter, asking them for their address, that call is at 2 p.m. Costa Rica time.
Cool.
So for 2 hours, we're just going to DM everybody that we can. I'm going to start that call off with explaining the GIVeconomy to a bunch of people, so you could also come late, because it'll be like Chris and like the old Chris and Kai and OJ and like these Wojtek, like really OG Giveth people.
That's awesome.
That could be fun.
Yeah.
So where's the call, Griff? And should we?
I have an invite. It's I guess I could just do it in the Giveth Discord.
Yeah, that'd be great. And then we can jump in if we see you there as well.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Okay, great. Cool, awesome. Moving on. So these two issues, GiveX process and testing and RGive testing functionality. So I noticed, I mean, we need to check something, because the givebacks really aren't showing up. I don't have givebacks either, and Mateo doesn't have givebacks, and we should all have givebacks. Did anyone actually have givebacks, by the way? Did you guys check who donated?
I checked, but I don't have.
No.
Cherik and Mohammed has some eligible address to pay you give back.
Yeah, but we wanted to test actually distributing the givebacks using the RGive DAO. And so we had the proposal go through, and like it should have distributed, but nobody has them on their nobody sees it on the front end. Nobody can claim.
Someone should pay the give back in order to do it. I and Mitch had done that before. One agent should be the distributor.
Yeah, so what I did, Amin, is I did the send givebacks. And so I took all the data that Mohammed provided me, and I ran the send givebacks, so to allocate. And allocated, so all of the addresses that donated to verified projects have give tokens allocated to them, but for some reason it doesn't show up.
You called the allocate many function?
Yes, but it was the send givebacks, right?
You called the send givebacks, right?
In token distro.
And if people claim after you pay, our giveback will be 0.
Yeah, but I just sent it out, and nobody can claim from the front end. Nothing shows up. And I checked, it's the same token address.
Oh, is it the old token distro? The token distro that came with the Merkle drop?
But it distributed the same tokens.
It distributed the same tokens, but they wouldn't be able to claim them from the front end because the front end is connected to a newer token distro.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's
Which
two.
distro you call? In the Notion we have deployments. See deployment 4. Did you call that a smart contract?
No, because you haven't made the agent the distributor. Unless you did and didn't tell me.
No, I didn't. No, you didn't receive that. Okay, I will make that a distributor. Just send the address to me.
I'm thinking that because we're making a new deployment tomorrow of everything, that maybe wait until everything is deployed again, because if there's going to be like another new distributor, then we can just allocate the givebacks also tomorrow. So then when people are like, it's like they should have givebacks, they should have a give drop, they should have everything when we do the new distro, rather than spending your time on it today and adding the agent, because it's going to take 10 hours for the vote to pass anyway. So I think it's better to do it tomorrow after we have everything new, and then people can test it for real.
Well, if we're doing that, then I can just make a DAO with a shorter vote duration.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Okay.
And we can have the purple list excluded by tomorrow. So
Nice.
that's good. Yeah.
Cool. So shorter vote duration, DAO with shorter vote duration will exclude purple list, and then after Amin deploys the new token distro, we'll add the agent to the new DAO. Cool. Nice. Well, mystery solved. Great. This NFT staking thing, I didn't check this, but maybe you already fixed it, Fabio, right?
No, we are working on it. Yeah, okay. But I think today it will be done. Then I tell you and ask for testing.
Okay, sounds good.
You cannot test it, Fabio, till the new incentive is created. Yes.
Yeah, actually, yes. But I'm hacking to see working. So yeah, I'm working without being able to stake, properly stake.
Okay, cool.
Okay. No, that's good. That's good. And then so we can test tomorrow with the new deployment, but it's cool still if you get it working. I think these are smaller things. I guess this is probably done. I didn't take a look at the give drop stuff. There were a number of issues on the give drop. Rather than going through all of them, I don't know. Fabio, did you get a chance to sync up with Pedro and talk to him about it? Because there were some weird things you're connected to one MetaMask and then you go to claim, but the address you put in was a different address that you're not connected to. And then it says you've already claimed, but it doesn't make any sense. There are all these weird things like that. Did you get to sync up with him, or is there...
Actually, no, because Pedro has an exam right now, so he's doing it. So I couldn't sync up. But he just sent me a message telling that the only remaining issue would be the harvest model. That is, I don't know the number, but there is an issue about the harvest model. And he told me this is the remaining one.
Yeah.
And I actually want to ask if this one is important, if we should focus on this one, because it's doable, but we could close 5 other issues or this one. So we should just have a sense of urgency here.
I think that this needs to be working at least it doesn't need to be working right away, but at least like a couple of days after launch. The reason is because like the give drop is like some amount, but then the user's also getting their give stream, which is unlocking tokens that are going to be in the token distro. So if they claim their give drop a week late, they'll actually get a bunch more tokens than it says that they're getting in the give drop, which is confusing. So the purpose of this is to like show the breakdown that like, oh, and you're also getting this claimable from your give stream. So it's like we have this everywhere else on the dApp, and it is important, but it doesn't need to be done like on day one of launch. But if we could have it like extremely soon after. So I would like sort of prioritize it, but like the staking unstaking is more important, for example, and then like all the other weird wallet connect stuff with the give drop and the congratulations page showing up at a wrong time, that is more important because that's like really clear, obvious bugs that people would notice immediately.
Okay, sure. Yeah, makes sense.
Cool. And if you have any questions about this issue, let me know, because it it would show on the harvest model, it would show if the user has givebacks and if the user has something claimable from their give stream and the give drop thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Speaking of the harvest modal, I think I assigned you to this one, Cherik. It's like, we actually also probably need to add the, we can do this as fast follow too, but we should have an entry for the give drop too, because if somebody goes to like claim givebacks and they don't know that they have a give drop, they would actually get the tokens from their give drop when they claim. So we maybe need to add one more entry that it's like their give drop tokens, but we can also do that fast follow. It doesn't need to be now, but very soon after launch at least. Is it clear?
Yeah, I think it's clear.
And then this is also related to the 274 because the give drop will be on there too.
Probably we should add some feature in the people has claimed give drop. So, you know, we can faster find out that the user has claimed or not.
Yeah. Is that easy to do?
Yeah, it's easy. I or Mohammed can do it.
I'll put Mohammed on it. You've got enough.
Mohammed, you know how to do it. I will tell you. You know, if
Yeah,
user, if yeah.
I should ask. Sorry. I think my connection is not good. Okay, I will talk with Amin if I had question. Okay, I can do that.
Okay. Great. There's all these give drop things. So many give drop things. Purple list. Oh, this is the one that Vitor was talking about. So just to make sure that's clear since you're both here. I asked Vitor to add the round. I explained earlier, but I asked Vitor to add the round times to the givebacks rounds, and then but it's like pulling the dates, the times from the subgraph, and the dates and the times from the subgraph are like wrong for the givebacks rounds. They should be like 2-week periods. So I assigned you both to this issue just so that you could coordinate on it, because I don't really know if that information is supposed to be right in the subgraph or what. But maybe you could just like talk for a second.
Yeah, sure. I wasn't sure if like these would change with the new deployment or not. Like, not sure.
I mean, I have mentioned you. I think you had some suggestion about here. I think they should not use the start time for this. Am I right? I mean, but I don't know exactly what they should use.
It's about to run, and you know, Lauren had some idea, discussed it with Cherik. I thought, I guess they agreed, and what it's implemented. It's a start time. Yeah, go ahead.
It's supposed to be 2 weeks, and I think the start time is a good to have thing. So it's like, because also Mohammed puts the time in when he runs the query for givebacks, he has the time. So we said it clearly, like if you donated between this time on this date and this time on this date, and I just picked like the launch date December 24th at like a morning time in Costa Rica, like 9 a.m. Costa Rica, and what Vitor did is he like programmed it so that depending on the user's location, it shows them the correct time for their time zone. So it's like everybody's operating on the same times, and so it's like we have a time bracket of 2 weeks with like also the times that it starts and ends, and then that should just cycle every 2 weeks.
Token distro start and end time is fixed. We can just split that into, for instance, how many? I don't know. It's 2 weeks for you. We can start from that, and it's a standard GMT time. Then the calculation can be done on the front end. Is it what I think? I don't. Maybe I have not understand what you're saying correctly.
It's that
I think
he's pulling the dates for the rounds from the subgraph to show on the front end, but it's really strange. Like it starts. It's not 2 weeks that it's showing. So the data in the subgraph, I think, is wrong for the round dates and maybe needs to be changed.
No, it's not for rounded. It's general. It's the total. It gets the information from token distro. Yes, the whole streaming period. Am I right?
It should be a UTC timestamp. So
yeah, the round is manually decided by us. It's not hard coded it's not on the smart contract. We ourselves have decided to every 2 week pay give back, and it's on us. We can just receive the startup date from the smart contract, and manually in our application, web application in front end, say okay. Get the time difference between the start time and today, and split that in 2 weeks, and decide which round are we at.
That makes sense.
Is it clear?
It makes sense to me. Does it make sense to you, Vitor?
No, yeah, I think it makes sense.
So you just take the start time from the subgraph, and then you add 2 weeks.
Okay, yeah. No worries.
Since how many 2 weeks has passed from the start time?
Yeah.
+1.
Cool. Nice. Good. I'm glad that's clarified. Great. Formatting details. Okay, I think the rest of these issues are pretty straightforward in the sprint backlog. Is there anything else like that you guys are working on that is like unclear from the development side, or maybe we can just like check in on each section and go through the roadmap? Sorry, a more clear question. Are there any issues that people have currently that they're working on that they have questions on?
And I wish we have everything complete for tomorrow. I don't know whether front-end all the guys agree on that or not. They can do it or not, because maybe we will have other issues after our complete deployment. Currently, Merkle drop is not integrated in the backend. We have the code, but we have commented that out because of Merkle drop is connected to old distro, and we will have new issues in the next week, probably, and we should be ready for that.
Yeah, I think we're on track. I mean, Fabio and Pedro are working on the last things for the gift drop today, and I think they will be done by the end of today. So it's like when you guys start your morning, they just like have to probably merge the PRs that they finished, and then and then everything should be ready. I don't think that there's that much outstanding. It's mostly like give drop stuff, and we have a great team working on it now.
Yeah,
I think.
Thank you. In case you want to test the front end of the giveback, by the way, you can ask Mohammed and check to assign you some value manually to see whether the value matches in your front end or not. It's very important. Lauren, if you or any tester wants that value, I can set up an account for you. I can do it myself too. But Cherry and Mohammed have it ready in their.
Okay.
It's just one click for them.
Okay, cool. Maybe I'll Yeah, I'm gonna get them. Mohammed or Chair. Wait, who's the best one? Who do I bug about this?
Anyone who responds faster.
Okay, I'll bug you both. I'll bug you both at the same time. Whoever responds, and I'll give you like some addresses.
I prefer Cherik. I prefer Cherik. Because Mohammed is involved in many projects, but Cherik is just working on GIVeconomy.
Okay, cool. I'll bug Cherik first, and if he doesn't reply fast enough, I
will do it. It's okay, yeah.
Great, awesome. Then I'm going to give you a list of addresses, Cherik, of like a couple of people that I talked to, and we can just distribute some givebacks and test like claiming on different pages to see if there's any issues on there. And I'll do that right after this call. And great. So that's like pretty much everything that there is on the board that I have to talk about. There's like an endless stream of new issues coming up all the time. Actually, I have a quick question. Graf, who's standing here next to me, about the swag shop. Mm-hmm. We're gonna have that ready at launch, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. The swag shop is on like once we have the design set, it'll take about 48 hours for it to launch. So that will be there at launch. Which actually this is sort of a mean task, I think, but when people claim, we might want to just make a quick we have a GLove token now, kind of like CS Love. And when people claim, we should also send them a swag token as well as the give token. Give tokens.
When people claim their give drop.
Yeah. I wasn't 100% sure that the swag shop would work, so I didn't want to like add this into anything because I think it's pretty simple. But it's one more thing to add. Who do you think we should assign to it?
We should change the bridge. We assign it to me, or I and Mohammed can work on it.
Well, it shouldn't need to be a bridge. I guess it is a bridge because we're going to send the token on Rinkeby again.
By the way, if we don't want to do that, we should change the give drop a smart contract. Do you want to change that?
No. It's really just on that button click. We do two things. We send them the give tokens like we already do, and then we also send them a token on Rinkeby. It's just a normal transfer. They don't have to interact with the smart contract at all. We just have their address, and we send them the give token. Sorry, we send them the GLove token.
We can have a modified version of that. Say that please claim here to get a modified version of a give drop, which user have to claim to get the swag. The CS Love button. CS Love token. Sorry.
Sorry, say that again.
We have what's the name? We have the smart contract, the Merkle drop, right?
Another Merkle drop contract just for the GLove tokens. But then users they need to have Rinkeby ETH. They need to connect to the Rinkeby network. It could be nice if we could just watch for them claiming on.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Send it out.
Yeah. I think it can be so simple. We have their address, right? We just need a bot that when they click the button, that bot has a bunch of GLove, and it just sends them one token when they click that button. It doesn't have to be. There's no smart contracts involved at all.
It's on Rinkeby, right? The token is on Rinkeby?
Yeah.
Okay, so you need the bridge by the... It's not a bridge, yeah.
Worst case, I can just sit there, and every time someone claims, I'll just manually send it on Rinkeby.
I mean, I guess I don't even think it needs... I don't know why it would need a bridge.
Bridge is doing that. Bridge listens to a smart contract in one network, and based on action, do a transaction in another network.
Oh, so
I think
we would listen to the Merkle drop contract, you're saying?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's either that or like have just a completely separate service and have just have it be fired from the front end. Is that what you meant, Griff? Right? Just
That's what I thought, but that's what I thought would be easier. You just have a service. It knows they click a button and then it has some Rinkeby tokens. Like I wouldn't even think it needs to listen to events on chain or anything. Because it's not like it's a little bit different than what we're doing with the it's a little bit different than what we're doing with the common stack, because like it was on mainnet, they have to send $450. We have to make sure that transaction went through. But with this, we don't even have to, even if the claim failed, we could send them the Rinkeby token, like it would be fine.
I guess he had a point. I'm not really sure how difficult would it be just to listen and subscribe to events on the blockchain, but it's not really a big deal, especially if you're like not super like stringent about all the side effects. So it could actually be easier, to be honest. Just there's no front end work. There's nothing. You just subscribe to an event and that's it. I don't know. It's worth looking into.
Well,
so at least we need some backend to subscribe to event. Who can subscribe?
Honestly, I would love to not make you have anything extra to do. And maybe Pavle could just take this on.
No, Mohammed can do it. Our bridge server, for instance, if Mohammed can do it, our bridge now we have 3 fork of the bridge. For instance, if you see, we have CSLove and a CSLove token and another TC token. What was it? Common stack token. Sorry. Both of these two are one-way bridge, so they listen on one network and do action on another network. One of them means CSLove in Rinkeby, another meet CS token. So with the CSLove token, bridge can be changed to instead of listening to the what was the name? The US trace foreign bridge can listen to Merkle drop. Easily.
I guess my hesitation there is mostly that, like, I'd say every once in a while I have to bug you and say the bridge isn't working.
Can bug Mohammed, but so I don't understand how we can subscribe. At least we need some server to subscribe that. And I don't know, because the front end cannot do it because it is private key, and we cannot trust front end to put the private key there to do a transaction on Rinkeby. I don't know.
We would have to have.
Pablo, do you have any plan?
We would have to have a backend. That's it, because the backend has to initiate a transaction in this model. So it can't be a smart contract, and there's no way to prod it. So the only other way is like you can have something super quickly made, so you claim it. It's like the third option is basically it's just like have a claim contract and you just send some kind of claim against it. It works. But I haven't really thought about it. This just kind of came to my mind, where the user would go and they would claim from Rinkeby, but then they would have to switch networks and it would be kind of
Yeah, we should really just send it to them. No need for a claim. Okay, I'll work with Mohammed and Pavle on this, if that's cool.
Or maybe
if that's cool with me.
Okay.
Yeah, of course, it's cool. Don't forget to look at our current bridge network. It has everything ready. We just need to change few lines of code, just maybe 3 or 2 lines of code. Change the ABI, change the method that you are listening, and it will do the rest.
Okay.
Yeah, send it over. Send it over. I want to take a look because I'm like the resident alien. I have no idea what anything is. So send it over. I'll give you my input.
Pablo, what's your GitHub handle? Is it Pax the Max the same?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. I wrote some really just crazy notes that don't make any sense, but I'm gonna just leave it there and tag you. But my notes were like, I mean, you said a bunch of different things, and I tried to sort of document it.
That's a lot of ellipses, man.
I guess actually, probably since you're here, how are things looking on the testing side? Are we going to have a smart contract package for Edu tomorrow?
Okay, so I can tell you what we have, and there's only one thing that we don't have. So first, what we have the upgradability tests. I finished that, so I think I tested everything that can be upgraded, that should be upgradable in the system explicitly. Guys can take a look if you want. It's actually it's like a plug and play framework type system where you can just sort of add a contract, write some very small boilerplate, and you can just run the upgrade tests for anything. So that's done. And I also finished the garden distributor tests. So I've expanded to have the entire test suite from Unipool, and everything is working. Actually, the tests that we have were pretty robust to start with, but they should cover all the bases. And as far as I understand, this should mean that we have a pretty decent test coverage, and I think Ed will be happy, and he can just go through what we have, and he can start the audit. But there's the only thing that I haven't been able to do so far is to simplify and streamline the tests for the the Unipool v3 token distributor, because it's all very tightly coupled together, and there have been some changes to the tests where it's kind of hard to extract them and not have all the support infrastructure in place. At least I haven't been able to do it in any sort of meaningful time frame, but again, this is more like you have all of these tests and you don't need them, right? It could be much better to have just a couple of tests that are sort of laser focused on what we changed. So that's one thing that's missing. And I'm not really sure how big of a deal that is, but I'm just putting it out there. As for the unknowns, I don't know if I don't know what our coverage is at. That's one thing that also might be worth doing, is just run and generate a coverage report for the entire project. I think it's pretty decent because we covered all the bases, and again, we inherit a lot of existing tests. It's just they kind of need to be put together a little better. So I don't know. I think that we're pretty good when it comes to test coverage. It's not perfect, but again, it doesn't have to be, because we are kind of pulling from other already existing sources that can be sort of understood as well written and well tested. So yeah, on that side, I think it's pretty good. Again, I think Edu can take a look at it and not waste time. But it's not like we're just giving him just a mess that's completely unreadable and just destroyed. But again, if he can give feedback, then he can also react to that feedback pretty quickly. So since this is the target, right, he needs to be able to start auditing. And yeah, I mean, go ahead and correct me if I'm wrong with it. I hope I didn't lie about anything very obviously, but I think that's pretty much the state of it. So
and the Uni v3 like extra like weird contract token that we made, is that pretty well tested?
Well, I think so. That's the only thing that might actually require a little bit more work. But sorry, it's just kind of let me take a look at it very briefly, and I'll
to me, that's definitely like the weakest point in our system, I would say. And so, like this weird token that we made from scratch and we don't have a template for, it's not like it's not as modified as other things. So I think that's the most likely place to have an attack or an issue.
Okay, so if that's your understanding, then maybe I can spend a little bit more time today and tomorrow just to make sure that everything is all right. But regardless of that, I think you can still audit the contracts, because again, the functionality that exists in this token, it's not a big contract. It's only like 100 lines I know it doesn't really matter much to count it by lines, but it's not this amazingly complex sort of unit that needs to be tested. So in that sense, yeah. On the other hand, if
small, yeah. So.
Yeah, looking at the test that we have, no, can't find it now. Oh, there it is. Sorry, I don't want to keep you guys, but basically, it is tested. It has a non-trivial number of tests, and it does run something. I can maybe look at it and see if there are any edges that are not covered, but the last time I checked it, it was sort of okay. But yeah. Hope that is a meaningful answer to the question.
Yep, I think so. I would just say whatever time we have left, if you can spend the time helping make the package like a package so we could hand it to someone digestible, and then whatever time is left over, extra tests on that contract, or just even looking with your own eyes, doing your own audit. Because honestly, Edu kind of helped write that contract. So the more eyes on that contract specifically, the better.
Yep. Okay.
Thanks, Pavle.
Yeah, cool. That sounds good. So I was just, while you guys are talking as well, I was just like reviewing the roadmap and seeing if there's anything else missing. It sounds like, I mean, okay, with the smart contract audit, it's like pushed one day and Edu's going to start reviewing tomorrow. And then Griff, you were saying about somebody who's going to be doing like the security plan, who's going to be, DevOps security plan and team finalized by Thursday, December 16th. This is the only thing I don't understand or like have all the information.
I said in the dev call today, we added Bodhisattva to the team, and we have I think the DevOps team is meeting on Thursday to dish out security credentials and go over the system.
Cool. Cool. It sounds like everything else is pretty much on track. I think everything's on track. I think we're doing good, and I think we're all like pretty well distributed. Is there anything else that anybody wants to mention or discuss?
Can we plan a party on the 21st?
Oh, like an hour or something?
Yeah, maybe 8:00 our time.
So at the beginning of this call time on the 21st.
Yeah. Does that work for everyone? We can make a celebration, just that we hit this milestone, and of course we're not actually launching that day, but we can celebrate still.
That sounds good. I'm down, and it seems like there's nothing on the calendar at that time, so I can just schedule that and invite everybody. Cool. Great. Okay, cool. So then I guess the last thing I just want to talk about, since we don't have anything else, is just like resource distribution allocation. So right now I know, like, I mean, most of the GiveDrop stuff is like on Fabio and Pedro. Do you guys have enough bandwidth for that, Fabio? And Pedro's not here, but I know you're talking to him. Or like, do you need some more support?
No, I don't think so. We can do it.
Okay, great.
Actually, as I said, Pedro done that issues. So the only remaining is the harvest all, and I think you can start testing using the deployment preview, so we can make sure it's done, really done. The other ones, I can send you
during this call.
What?
Yeah,
I've been testing it during this call.
Good job.
Oh, good.
It's looking good.
Great. In the deployment preview. Right, Griff? Yeah? Okay,
yeah.
Cool. Excellent. Well, I'm going to do testing like right after this call then, and I'll make any new issues, and then...
It's a different link. it's not it's not merged to the normal Vercel.
I know.
Okay.
I think Pedro actually DM'd it to me in Telegram. I have it.
Cool.
Cool. Okay, great. I think that's everything. Right?
There's one thing I just wanted to clarify since Mohammed is on the call about the purple list. I just want to make sure that you're aware that the spreadsheet I gave you, those addresses are addresses that are manually entered into the application whenever the project applies. And so I guess my question is, are you also pulling the addresses from the DAP, the recipient addresses? Because if a project were to change their recipient address, I would not have record of that.
Mohammed?
I did something. I should deploy it into our 3 hours. I get the list of recipients of verified projects from Giveth.io dynamically and exclude them. So it's not needed to give. It's not needed to give me manually list. It's fully automated.
Projects that use more than one. What about the projects that use more than one wallet to manage their funds? Are we going to just make the decision to only use the recipient addresses on the application, or should I?
No.
So I shouldn't be collecting those any longer.
We still need to collect those. So Mohammed, there's the addresses that are on Giveth, but then we also ask the charity, hey, do you have other addresses? It's kind of like they don't know it, but we're kind of like trying to trick them into giving us more information than we have, and so that we can make sure that they don't do anything bad, right? It's like the police officer asking how fast you're going, in some ways. So they give us extra addresses, so we want to add those to the purple list as well.
So we should have a manual list and merge them. Okay.
Yeah, and I don't know if we can set up a separate spreadsheet that that maybe the database can pull that information from as it gets entered, or each 2 weeks, or if that's something we'd have to manually enter with every give back round. But if there's any way we can automate it, we can get it set up.
Okay. I will talk with you more, Ashley, about this topic.
Sounds good. I just wanted to get some clarity. Thanks.
Okay, excellent. Then that's us finishing out with 5 minutes to spare. Thank you everyone for such amazing work on the GIVeconomy. I hope everything's deployed well on Thursday, and then Friday I'm going to make a bunch of testing parties, and they're going to be on your calendars. So come to a testing party on Friday and hang out with me. You're all heroes. Thank you.
Thanks, Lauren.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Good day.